Alright, so a couple of years ago, me and a friend of mine stumbled across all these fitness influencers online, and we just thought that, yeah, we want to look like them, we want to look sick, aesthetic, and we heard that girls liked a good physique, so we were determined to get jacked. 3 years later, and I think I made some decent progress, so yeah. So in this video, I'm going to talk about everything you need to know about getting jacked, from your workout split, all the fundamental things, and your diet. Just everything is gonna be in this video. So yeah, if you want to know how to get jacked and look sick, watch the shit. Alright, so to get jacked, you need to build muscle, and building muscle is done through some sort of resistance training. Now, I personally prefer going to the gym, but calisthenics is also a very good option. Just kind of depends on what you prefer. Now, very simply said, your muscles are gonna grow because your body wants to make it easier for you in the future to lift up those weights. And to make it easier, it needs to grow those muscles and it needs to make them stronger. Now, that means that after a while, it's gonna be easy for you to lift up those weights. That's where progressive overload comes in. Progressive overload basically just means whenever it gets too easy, you up the weight or you up the reps so that it's still a challenge for your muscles and your body still needs to grow them to make it easier for you in the future. Yeah, progressive overload is a really big part, and don't forget it. Alright, so now we're going to talk about training split. A lot of beginners get really nervous when they hear the words training split because they think it's really complicated and, oh, if I do something wrong, I'm gonna die. And I'm here to tell you that you won't die if you don't have a perfect training split. Before we start going into my training split that you could copy, I just want to say that this worked for me. It might not be perfect for you, it might work very good for you, but it's because all our bodies are different and everyone's gonna have different preferences to exercises and all that. And there's no such thing as a perfect training split. It should feel good to you, it should be easy for you, it should be enjoyable for you, and yeah, overall stay consistent is the most important part. So stay consistent. Now, I followed push-pull legs. What even means push-pull legs? Well, push stands for all the muscle groups that you use to push, so that's your chest, your tricep, and your shoulders. And pull stands for everything, all the muscle groups you're used to pull, so that's your back and your biceps, maybe your forearms, and then legs just stand for your legs, like, yeah. Oh, and abs, because you want those abs. Now, it's optimal for you to hit every muscle group 2 times a week, but I'm gonna be totally honest, I only hit every muscle group once a week. It's because I just didn't have enough time to hit everything twice a week. It still worked for me because I was in the newbie gain stage, and so are you. You are still in the newbie gain stage, so again, just go to the gym, stay consistent, work hard, progressive overload, and you'll gain muscle, because, yeah. Alright, so I'm saying this right now so I don't have to repeat it every time. Every exercise I do for 3 sets, till failure, 8 to 12 reps, with 2 to 3 minutes rest in between. You might be asking right now, well, what am I going to do in that rest time? Well, there's a couple of options. You can just scroll on your phone, you can play some mobile games, or you can just contemplate your life decisions and think about that. Alright, so I've always started my push days with bench, and I didn't necessarily train for the bigger chest with bench, but if you're a beginner and you want to gain muscle instead of gaining strength, I suggest you start with pause bench with a wider grip, so you isolate your chest, you focus more on your chest, and you control on the way down, you push up explosive, and then yeah, just do that, 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps, and you'll see gains. But try to be at RPE 8 or 9 with this, because otherwise it's going to be really, really heavy on you. By the way, RPE stands for how much reps you've got left, and that's under 10. So for example, if you're training at RPE 6, you've got 4 reps left. If you're training at RPE 8, you got 2 reps left. If you're training at RPE 4, you got 6 reps left. And if you're training at RPE 10, you've got 0 reps left. So yeah, hopefully you get it now. Alright, so after bench, I move on to incline dumbbell press, focusing on that upper chest. A lot of people forget that. A form tip that I found really useful is when pushing, don't just push up, but try to move your bicep inwards, and you're just gonna feel your chest contract more, and yeah, it's a useful tip. After that, I'll usually move on to either dips or another chest press to hit the lower / middle chest again. Again, the same amount of reps, the same amount of sets, same amount of rest till failure. And what I like to do here is do a drop set. So I would, for example, do weighted dips with 20 kg, and then after 10 reps, I'd remove the weight, and then I could go on. A drop set basically means that once you've gone to failure, you drop the weight, and that way you can do even more reps. So you'll kind of go beyond failure. Wow. Then I finish off chest with some chest flies. And yeah, just really try to squeeze at the end. And yeah, you'll feel it, and the bump is really nice. Then we move on to triceps. Basically just do tricep extensions with the rope. 3 sets. Then I'll do skull crushers. And a tip that really helped me with triceps is while doing the movement, try to kind of rotate your elbow inwards, and you're just gonna feel your muscle contract way better. Also, lock out every single rep. It's really gonna help, and you can just squeeze better at the end. So yeah, again, go down explosively, squeeze at the end, and then control your way up. And it's not about the weight, it's about the contraction, it's about the way you feel it, it's about growing muscle. You don't need to be very, very strong on tricep extensions. It's cool and all, but not necessary. Then after that, I hop onto shoulders, and I always start with front delts. Don't know what to call these, but yeah, just incline with the dumbbells upwards. Again, 3 sets till failure, 8 to 12 reps, 2 to 3 minutes of rest. And then afterwards, I'll just do lateral raises, and with these, I'll usually do about 20 reps, because yeah, you can just kind of push your way up, and then eventually you can kind of ego lift, but then control your weight down again, so you get that extra contraction. Onto pull. Again, by the way, I'm doing everything for 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps, till failure, 2 to 3 minutes rest. Yeah, so I usually start with pull-ups, 3 sets, then I'm gonna do a row exercise that targets my lower back, and then afterwards I'll do a row exercise that targets my upper back. And then I don't even know what to call these things, but they're amazing, and they're just really gonna pump up your lats. And be careful, it's really dangerous, this one actually, because you might fly away with your lats. Then I move on to biceps, and with biceps I usually like to do incline curls, or I just like lay on the bench and have the weight behind you, your arm behind you, and just really focus on contracting your muscles, squeezing at the top, dropping the weight slow, and then going up again. And yeah, you're just really gonna feel it burn. And with arms, I also like to do drop sets. So yeah, now with arms in general, I really like to do drop sets. So that also goes for shoulders and triceps. After that, we move on to preacher curls. And I don't know if you have this machine at your gym, but it's really, really good. You can just do it normally, but I would suggest that you start with one arm, and then once you've gone to a failure, you can just spot yourself, and you can just go beyond failure, and you can do like 8 more reps, and bro, it's gonna burn, and the pump is gonna be very, very good. Do that again, 3 sets. So I'd start again with a compound movement, either squats, hack squats, or lat press. Afterwards, I'd move on to leg extensions and hamstring curls, and then to finish off, I would hit some calves, even though I know I'm never gonna grow them, because yeah, but yeah. And then just finish it up with abs. I like to do leg raises, sit-ups, and like that wheel, it's really good. And just focus on your form. There's tons of science-based YouTube videos online that just explain form perfectly, so yeah, just go watch one of those. Alright, so now we're moving on to diet. Here's the question that all beginners, all skinny fat guys think about: bulk or cut. I've got a whole video about it, but I'm just gonna try to explain it in short. Alright, so bulk means getting in a calorie surplus to gain muscle, and a cut means getting in a calorie deficit to show the muscle that you kind of already have. Alright, so if you want to gain a lot of muscle and look better long term, have more rewards long term, then you should bulk, because you need that bulk, those extra calories, to have more energy to build your muscle, because that just takes a lot of energy. And then if you're skinny fat, it all depends on your goals, like what do you want to achieve. You want to become shredded faster, have faster results, but you look less big, you have less muscle. Or bulk now, gain a lot of muscle, and then long term you can shred again, and then you're gonna look better. So yeah, it depends on your goals. If you're above 15% body fat, you should always cut, because you've already got a lot of fat stored, so you've already got like that energy you need to build extra muscle. Now it's a very simple metric: try to lose half kg or 1 pound of body weight per week when you're cutting, and try to gain it per week when you're bulking. Now if you're bulking, you want to eat in a 200 to 300 calorie surplus, and if you're not gaining enough weight, up the calories. And you also want to start cutting in a 200 to 300 calorie deficit, and if you're not losing enough weight, well, then lower the calories again. Protein is really important. I can't stress this enough. You need protein to build muscle. It's kind of the building blocks, the Lego bricks you need to build your muscles up. Your muscles build themselves up again with protein, so you really need protein. And if you really want to gain muscle, you should eat about 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight and 2 grams of protein per kg of body weight. So yeah, just get that in, and I would suggest doing that by just having high protein sources in every meal you eat. So steak, chicken, salmon, eggs, something with a lot of protein, and you could also incorporate protein shake. Now you can't out-train a bad diet, so I'm not saying you can't treat yourself every once in a while, but try to stay away from processed foods and just the foods that you know aren't healthy for you. Like, it's good and all, but it's kind of poison. So yeah, once you stop eating all that, you're really gonna see massive progress in your body, and also just in the way you feel. Like, you'll stop feeling like shit. Now also, just drink water, don't drink soda, just basically empty calories with lots of sugar. It's not even necessary yet. Sleep is also really important because, like I said, that's when your muscles are rebuilding themselves. So try to aim for at least 8 hours of sleep per night and you'll be good. Like, yeah. And again, this is pretty simple, but it won't be easy. Now man, you just gotta start. Don't overthink it, don't overcomplicate it. Like I said, you're still in that newbie gain stage, so you'll gain muscle regardless. You'll just gain muscle because you're in the newbie gain stage. So yeah, just start, and you gain knowledge along the way. You won't start perfectly. Doesn't matter, man. You'll get better. Just keep improving yourself, and eventually you'll get there. If I haven't convinced you yet, bro, just think about yourself in a year. Think about where you're gonna be at. If you follow the consistent workout program, follow all the fundamentals that I talked about, fix your diet, had a good diet, bro, you're gonna be jacked. Like, it's not that hard, bro. You just gotta do it. You just gotta start putting in the work, and eventually it won't feel as a task anymore. Like, I enjoy going to the gym. I like going to the gym. I just want that. And also, if it's really your goal, you want to go because you want to achieve that goal of yours. So yeah, eventually you'll like it. And yeah, just once you went through that kind of gray zone of not really seeing gains, once you went through that and you see gains, it's honestly fun. Like, just looking at yourself in the mirror and just seeing those muscles like work out. Yeah, it's cool. So again, just start. You just have to start, man. Come on. Think of yourself in a year. Think of how thankful you're gonna be that you started this shit, bro. Like, you're gonna make it. You're gonna get jacked. If you just follow what I said, it will work. Like, it worked for me. Yeah, you're gonna get jacked. So just think about your future self. Think about how happy you're gonna be when you just look like this. Now, if you want, you can hop on a one-on-one call with me online, totally for free. You can just talk about gym road to gym road stuff. You can ask me questions, ask me for advice. Like, it's totally for free. So don't be shy. Just hop on and we can just have a conversation. Nothing to it. Yeah. Comment, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Share, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.